We've got a massive test Wednesday. How will we cope with arguably our best player out for a long time? We discuss next. What's going on, 5-Star fam? I'm AJ, and Atlanta United play Columbus Crew 7:30 on Wednesday at lower.com field. Oh boy, this is gonna be a tough test. Columbus Crew are 4th in the East with 31 points. We are unfortunately 13th in the East with 17 points. But yes, they are a very formidable side, even if they have moved on from a lot of some of their best players from yesteryear. We'll get into that. But as far as Columbus, they last played Vancouver Whitecaps. They won 2-1. Those Vancouver Whitecaps, who are world beaters a little bit at the moment. But as well, though, our previous match against the Columbus Crew, we won 2-1 in July of last year, the 21st. So it is still, that was quite a bit ago. We are definitely a different team in a sense where, we can't buy wins on the road. That hasn't really changed, but this season, pretty dire as we still have not won on the road. Our last 6 against Columbus Crew, we won 2, drawn 1, they've won 3. Of course, there's some playoff matches kind of sprinkled in there as well. So, it's some big stakes ones where, unfortunately, of course, they did beat us in the playoffs. But, as far as kind of their strengths, they're just, one of the best ball-playing teams in the league for sure. And Wilfred Nancy, their coach, has really just been able to kind of ride the tide, even when their best defensive midfielder, their best player, their best pure goal scorer, all moved on from last season. And they haven't really replaced any of them, but somehow still have with the production, with them still being 4th. But, of course, Cucho Hernandez, he moved on to La Liga side Real Betis. Alexandru Mahan, or Matan rather, the Romanian midfielder, he was out of contract. Christian Ramirez, their backup striker. Yaboa as well, all moved on. They brought in Lassi Lapalainen, but pretty much that's it. And them playing with this kind of 3-4-3, it's kind of helped kind of mitigate those losses. And I think the pundits pretty much kind of had them in kind of similar spots. Ozzy Alonso is the only one thinking that they are just hanging on to a playoff spot, but this is probably firmly a playoff team, according to the pundits as well. Many of them having them probably around the area that they are now, an average of 4th, but Bradley Wright Phillips has them in 2nd. But a team that just is so steady. Of course, last season they did finish 2nd, but it is obviously not as easy of an Eastern Conference. I think this season is even more difficult. You have the likes of Messi and Inter Miami, who are below Columbus Crew in the standings. So, this team, they're just very, very good from attacking on the wings, from also coming back from losing positions, and also if they get a lead, they're really good at protecting it. So, very important for us to really try to get on the board early. But their weaknesses, definitely it seems like defending counterattacks aerially, they kind of struggle a little bit as well. And then as far as kind of through balls and Basically, it seems like playing with speed against them seems to be a little bit of an antidote that maybe we can try to exploit. But yeah, they are just a very just a steady team. Like I mentioned, on the ball they're just so good, and that 11 doesn't change very much either. So yeah, it's gonna be very difficult to I think get the ball from them. But they aren't a team that's going to press too heavily, which I think it's just more try to get the ball off them. It will be difficult to begin with. Of course, with Darlington Nagbe on their team, it's always going to be. But I think, yeah, the keys for us will be absolutely to score first. If we can do that, there might be a little bit more of a hope. And any chances that we are able to muster up, we need to be able to finish off, which has been a little bit of an issue for us this season. A lot of bit. But yeah, hopefully those through balls, hopefully those balls over the top, whether it's ELL or it's Jamal Tiare, we will definitely have to try to hit them on the counter. And really, that's probably our best way of getting something, because yeah, it's gonna be difficult with Columbus Crew with these match facts having been winning at both half and full-time in their last 4 home matches against Atlanta United in all competitions. And Columbus Crew have won their last 4 home matches against Atlanta United. And so, there have been over 2.5 goals scored in Columbus Crew's last 4 MLS games. So it's just, yeah, there's going to be goals. And, we are really under the gun as far as injuries. We've got Josh Cohen out with an arm injury. Stian Gregerson, of course, still out with a quadriceps. Edwin Mascara, adductor, he's out. Tristan Muyamba, his knee, he's still out. Keima Togashi with a knee injury, also out. And unfortunately, Jay Fortune suffered an injury out with Trinidad and Tobago, and yeah, just a horror tackle. And he was having to be stretchered off the pitch. And Doug Roberson reports that it's a left foot injury. He posits that he could be out for the season, which, until the team announces it, we'll see. But yeah, it definitely didn't look good from the video. And then, of course, Derrick Williams also is out with a foot injury, probably about 3 more weeks. So yeah, basically our starting center back pairing is out. And that really raises some big questions, because as well, without Jay Fortune, who at times Ronnie Dyla has mentioned has been our best player this season when he's been playing, when he's started. That's been one of these major issues for us in midfield. Energy, the ability on the ball, the just aggressiveness of Jay Fortune. We're going to be missing that huge. But let's get into our predicted starting 11 then. So, Brad Guzan, obviously, between the sticks, I think we're going to have to go with a 4-man back line again, even though that puts us in some really big trouble. Because, I don't know. I think, with the number of players that are out, I guess we could do this. So, if we are able to possibly, just have one of our center backs as one of the, kind of, I guess, one of the understudies. But this is difficult when pretty much this entire starting 11 is going to be very small. And yes, Matt Edwards, if he does start, is a little bit bigger, but he's going to be tasked with winning all of the headers, unless Efrain Morales plays. So that's why I'm thinking it's going to have to be a 4-man back line, but also a 4-man back line against Columbus Crew it just doesn't bode well. We're probably in trouble in this match. But yeah, and as far as kind of who you can start, I mean, it's also Brooks Lennon really laid an egg in the last match. I don't think he deserves to start, but it's also, can you start Saba in a 4-man back line? I mean, you know, I think you almost have to risk it. I mean, you could do a Saba, Matt Edwards, Noah Cobb, Luis Abram, and then, you know, Amador type of thing. I mean, but you need probably some sort of aerial presence in there, and none of them really are for Atlanta United. So, you know, there is kind of a thing where maybe you kind of need to do that. But against the Columbus Crew, who don't really play with size, yeah, I think there is something to this that maybe we can get away with this 4-man back line. And so, yeah, I think I would go with Lennon, Cobb, Abram, Amador. And then I'd go with Schlich and Klich, the Polish midfield. Just because, I mean, yeah, everybody else is pretty much injured. Muyumba, you know, basically Fortune. You have Will Riley, who can kind of, you know, deputize as well, but I don't think he's going to start over Klich or Schlich. So, yeah, not the most athletic midfield, but that's kind of what we're going to have to go with here. And then, yeah, I think Moranchuk kind of fills in that 10 spot in there. Saba and Miggy on the wings, and Emmanuel Latelat up top. I mean, pretty much, it seems like it pretty much picks itself, unfortunately, as far as options. You know, because, yeah, Matt Edwards could be in one of the spots, but I think we also need some you know, fullback cover. Maybe you go with Matt Edwards over Brooks Lennon and, you know, have a little bit more solidity, and Saba kind of tracks back a little bit more as a wingback. That I could see in terms of supplanting Brooks Lennon, and then, you know, maybe Brooks Lennon gets kind of a right wing berth later on in this match, you know, to at least kind of spell some of that, because we will obviously have another match over the weekend. So, you know, it's going to be tough. All of this, really, really a difficult match to come out of the break with, but hopefully 2 weeks essentially that they had a lot of time to prepare for this game, and hopefully they were able to, you know, play in a favored formation to be able to learn all the nuances if there are some players that are substituting in and out. But let's get into what we'd like to see the team do this match. So, yeah, I think we need to find some sort of way to defend well in the air. We really don't have, you know, many that will be able to do it. So I think we'll just have to be able to be a little bit more tough, a little bit more aggressive, jump a little earlier possibly. But yeah, we'll really have to rely on, you know, somebody to win those headers. But so, you know, it really is like, you know, do we try to bring on Efrain Morales later on in the match? I think he's probably a little dark horse for this match, in order to kind of you know, see out anything if we are able to get a miraculous lead. But yeah, we do need to park the bus. We need to hit them on the counter as much as we can. Be ruthless, finish off our chances. But yeah, that's if we can get them, that will be the difficulty. So, but guys, that's almost our episode, except for the score prediction. And the score prediction is, unfortunately, I think it's a 3-1 loss. Yeah, there's you know, a lot of goals that always happen for Columbus Crew, you know, at their home pitch, and they've won against us a good bit, even when we were semi-good. So yeah, right now we're really not good. I don't know how I can bet for and on Atlanta United right now. It's yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I think it's another loss on the road, and yeah, I mean, with all the injuries, with just you know, how the season's going, it just kind of goes right in line with what might happen. So, what do you guys think? Let us know in the comments below. Looking forward to what you have to say, guys. But, yeah, so that's our match preview. Let us know your score prediction in the comments. And, yes, remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I've been AJ. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video.